Leos. This is Dree, aka Be Nice Tarot, and I'm here for your January 2023 love message. Okay, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But first things first, let's go ahead and see the vibe for you guys for January 2023. Okay, Oop. Let's see. We have fake woke, hypocritical, ulterior motive, talking circles. Okay, so first things first, maybe you guys are starting to see like, okay, someone isn't a boss like how they said they was. You know what I mean? I feel like someone just doesn't have it together. Maybe someone trying to make you feel like, okay, they know a lot, they're knowledgeable, they're smart, but the whole time like you're catching them in a few lies, or you're catching them contradict themselves. Like, hold on, wait a minute, but I thought you knew about this, or I thought you go by this, but last time you said this. So I feel like right now is this time for you to kind of like really just sit back and really just analyze people for who they are, because they're literally talking in circles right in front of your face. You know what I mean? So if you're kind of like in the in between of not really sure if, you know, whether to trust somebody, this doesn't necessarily have to even be about love. This could be about coworkers, there's or people you're meeting, like that you're networking with. But it's just like people who you think that have a like-minded mindset to yours. It's like all cap. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're making stuff up just to be like appear like they're on the same wavelength as you, but they're not. Okay, so be mindful of the fake woke people. You know what I mean? It's just people that could be just wanting to clout chase, see that you're up, and they're like, okay, let me see, let me talk my little whatever, but they're not really saying much. You know what I mean? They're not really backing the facts up. They're just, like I said, they're hypocritical. It's like they go back and forth, like, or they may say like, oh, like that's disgusting, or I would never do XYZ, and then they're doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like, who are you? Who are you really? What do you really stand for? And then we have spicy, lust, temptation, fantasize. So I feel like I just heard some of you guys are coming out of your shell. Like maybe you kind of been in hermit mode for a little bit. Maybe you kind of been jaded. Maybe you kind of been too busy working, or just focus on other things to where you're like, okay, you might have felt like you lost your touch a little bit, kind of felt like you lost your mojo. But yet there's people reminding you that you still got it. Like you are still a hot one, okay? Like this chili pepper here, like you're still hot, okay? And maybe some of you could be kind of like fantasizing about somebody, or someone's fantasizing about you, right? It's like that temptation, like it's lustful, and you like, but at the same time, it's like, you know, like do I eat the forbidden fruit or no? You know what I mean? Unless you're in a committed relationship, do not eat the forbidden fruits, of course. But we have major, key, important, essential, number one priority. So maybe you guys are planning on making moves. Now this could be, maybe you're finally securing a house, for some of you, or maybe you're moving to a different house, or maybe you're renting for the first time. So I feel like right now you guys are just trying to focus more so on what your priorities are first. So maybe you're not really having time to really go out, hang out, maybe you're not really having enough date nights with your partner. Maybe you can't, because you both are busy, trying to solidify your home, trying to get things, rolling for the future. Or maybe you guys are starting to have those conversations like, what would it be if you guys did move out? Like, how much money would that be? How do you guys join your accounts together? How do you do that? And XYZ. So I feel like there's a lot of discussing about just future plans for a lot of you. Others of you, this is more so just you kind of like being more strategic or more serious about where you envision yourself, right? Where you see yourself going, right? Making a plan, right? So let's just go ahead and let me put these to the side. And then, of course, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back for you guys to see. Okay. But let's just go ahead and see the energy for you guys for the month of January 2023. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have Five of Wands. Okay, so I just heard a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting. Maybe this has to do with, maybe there's a lot of arguments with where you're moving, or where you feel like you see yourself going in life. This could also have to do with, maybe there's a third party, or not even a third party, but maybe there's other people in the mix trying to tell you what to do. Like, I feel like some of you have someone in your ear that's like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, or maybe you shouldn't move in with them, or maybe you shouldn't take them serious, and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like, get out of my ear. Let me figure it out on my own. I feel like that's what you guys are going through right now. Just some like people in your ear trying to tell you what to do, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'll tell myself what to do. You know what I mean? And for some of you, this could have to do with like either the partner that you're with, or maybe just the type of relationship that you have. I feel like maybe there's just people just always kind of like in your ear trying to tell you what to do. Now, for others of you, maybe this could have to do with, maybe there's a lot of conflict going on in your connection, where you mutually feel the same, but at the same time, it's like, the love is there, but yeah, you seem to always like clash with one another, right? So I feel like maybe that's why the fake woke card came up, because it's just like these arguments, they're just petty arguments, but yet it always circles back to, you know, people talking in circles. It's like there's no common ground, there's no seeing eye to eye, because it's just too much of just static right now. Okay. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. So maybe the arguments have been about maybe like what you see when it comes to the type of stability you're looking for. Maybe you're wanting someone to step it up. Maybe you want to see like, okay, what can you do? Because I know what I can do. I know I can move out on my own, or I know I can provide for myself, or I know I can take care of the bills. But what can you do? Maybe that has been the argument's been going on, and you could be feeling frustrated because you feel like maybe your person like is portraying themselves as the King of Pentacles, but yet when it's time to show and prove, where is this energy at? Where is this energy at? Okay. So some of you could be dealing with water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. Let's see. Why is the Five of Wands here? Yeah, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. So maybe some of you could also be dealing with just a hard time, a difficulty when it comes to your home life. Okay, maybe because of these disagreements, it's leading you guys to be feeling separated from one another. Or maybe some of you guys are considering like, should I get a divorce, or should I break up, or should I move out? You know what I mean? Or some of you, this could also have to do with just your home life in general. It doesn't have to do with a relationship. Maybe you're feeling like family members are just on your case because you want to move out, you want to do certain things, or maybe you want to move in with a partner and they're trying to stop you. It's like they're trying to throw some hate on your game. Like, why would you do that? Da, 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 da. Like, what makes you think that you can handle it with them? Like, you're not gonna make it. Just all these things that to this discourage you. You know what I mean? So I feel like if this is you, it's best to just keep things to yourself until you have your plan solidified, until you can be on that stable ground to even be open. Like, which when I say that, it means make sure you have that paperwork filled out. Make sure you're going all in before you discuss any future plans. Because if you have people already against you, it's only going to make it harder for you to execute your plans, because you're going to deal with this person in your ear, this person in your ear. So it's going to like throw you off a little bit. So I feel like some of you guys are feeling confused of which direction to go, or feeling like you need to prove yourself to somebody. This could be a mother figure, father figure, but it's like, or maybe you come from a broken home. So you could be telling the parental figure like, okay, what your plans are, and they could be trying to stop you because they don't really have high hopes for a relationship working out. Okay, based on their situation. For some of you, why is the Two of Cups here? We have the Ace of Cups. So maybe because of all the bickering, all the arguing, all like the not being able to see eye to eye, maybe you're starting to see like, maybe we're just not meant for each other. I feel like some of you guys are just really just stuck in the thick of it, where you're just feeling like maybe this is not the person for me. Or maybe you feel like I have to put my foot down, right? With the Queen of Swords in the bottom of the deck, like maybe because we're not seeing eye to eye, is this really my person? Sorry. Or is the love strong enough? Because I feel like even though you guys enjoy, being loved and all the things like that, but at the same time, you guys could be thinking more so about the future plans, stability, actually, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to grow from this connection? So I feel like you guys aren't really just trying to stay complacent for too long. So maybe you're feeling like you're not really heard, or maybe you feel like whenever you try to speak up about, the stability aspect, it always seems to be some type of argument, or someone keeps kind of going back and forth in their word, where like, they said they understood, but now when you bring it up, it's like they don't know what you're talking about. Now all of a sudden you're arguing. Now all of a sudden they're not on the same page as you. Okay. Why is the King of Pentacles here? We have the Page of Wands in reverse. So this could be someone, it's like, I feel like someone just too, how do I say it? Too loose with the mouth. Like they're so quick to kind of like say like, oh, they'll handle it. They'll do this, they'll do that, and things like that. But when it comes to actually putting plans in motion, they're too busy just having fun. They're not really taking it serious like you are. Like you're actually trying to set things in motion while they're just playing around. You know, you could feel like that. They're just playing games. And but yet at the same time they're coming at you like, oh, I can take care of this, I can take care of you, I can handle it. You know, it's not going to be a problem if we move out. Now some of you could be in a situation already where you decided to take that chance with somebody, and now you're seeing like, wow, like how dare you even think that you can look at yourself as someone who is a grown up, or you know, you can handle yourself. But now as I'm living with you, nothing's done. Okay, we need to pay the bills, can't pay the bills. We're going behind. I gotta step up and do my part. I'm over doing my part. Like, what's going on? Okay. Oop. Let's see. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? Yeah, the Justice card. We have Libra here. So maybe you're feeling like you got played. Maybe you're feeling like, you know, someone is not who they said they were. Okay. Someone's not who they said they were. Fake woke. Like they were portraying themselves as the King of Pentacles. Okay. They were making it seem like they got it in the bag. They were making it seem like they're reliable, right? That you would never need for not, right? But when it comes to actually needing, you're getting nothing. You know what I mean? You're getting not. Okay. So maybe you're feeling like, okay, like they owe you, you know, they owe you just to even listen to you, just to even understand your side. Or you're feeling like, you know what, like out of this situation, you're feeling like even though you have the love there, is it strong enough? Right? Like I mentioned before, because they're not pulling their end, you know, of the bargain when it comes to this equal exchange, when it comes to reciprocation. Okay, let me get more on why the King of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Sun card here. So it kind of just seems like they're too busy, just kind of like they're not taking life serious at this time. Like I really feel like they're not. And I feel like maybe you're kind of like hoping that they'll see your side, maybe they'll get it together, maybe they'll make it right to you. But I just feel like they're not in that mindset to really even take anything serious right now. It's like they're too busy focused on what they need, what they want to do, you know, about them having fun, about them living their life. But what about you? You know, so I feel like Spirit's saying like if you have to continue fighting for this, it's just it's unbalanced. It's not going to be balanced if you continue having to, you know, pull more of your weight into this. Like you really think you have to really think about, is this worth it? You know, if this person continues to show you that they're not willing to meet you halfway, at least, you know, at the very least, is it worth it? Is it worth the argument? Is it worth the fight? Is it worth the struggle trying to make this happen? And let's see what's going on with your person. Okay, let's see what's going on with your person. Okay, so we have the Strength card. So, some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo. But you know what? I feel like for some of them, like they feel like, how do I say this? Like as if you have more control, you have more power over them. But they could also feel like, you know, they need your instruction, if that makes sense. Like they need your guidance. They need you to kind of like lead them the way. Let me get more on that because I'm like, what? Yeah, the Death card. But at the same time, okay, so we have Leo, we have Scorpio here. So, um, it's like having to back down. Having to back down. Yeah. So with the Death card here too, it's like I don't think they're really embracing the transition, the transformation here that's happening. Okay. And I feel like also too, they're kind of hoping you ease down. So I feel like maybe some of you, you guys have been separated for some time, or maybe you've been angry for some time. You've been kind of giving this person the cold shoulder. You haven't been really cooking or cleaning or really trying to even have sexy time. Like you're not, and like, you know, you maybe like I feel like for some of you, you're kind of like throwing it in this person's face, like haha, like you can't touch this, haha, like you know what I mean, like you see me, you're fantasizing about me, and I'm making you because you know I'm here. But at the same time, until you step it up, I'm not giving it to you. And I feel like to them, it's like, this is a harsh game. Like, this is a harsh game, but they have to literally walk away from all that BS, from all that, you know, old mindsets, from the childish games. They have to walk away from all that. They want you. And I feel like they're just in their mind, like, damn, this person drives a hard bargain. Like, Leo is not playing with me, okay? They're not playing with me. You know, I feel like they know that you can calm them down. They know that you tame them. They know that you put them in their place and they let you. And I feel like for some of them, they do like that. But at the same time, it's just when it comes to either accepting this coming to an end all the way, they can't handle it. They don't want to handle it. They don't want to accept it. Okay, and I with the three of wands in reverse, like they want to come out of the code with you. They want to come out of the separation with you. They want to reconcile. They want to like they don't want to like leave you behind. They really don't. They don't want to risk even you walking away. They don't want to risk that. Why is the strange card? And I feel like for some of you guys are just like, why does it take me having to do all this for you to get it? Yeah. And I feel like, you know what? I feel like what it is for some of you guys, maybe you've been giving your person the silent treatment, or maybe you just haven't been like really as active, like actively in their life, or really actively talking to them or entertaining them, right? And now they're just like, damn, like I have to get it together. Like they're trying to prevent this tower moment from happening, which is why the tower moment is in reverse. Like the tower card is in reverse. And they're trying to prevent this from actually happening. So I feel like now they're like, oh shoot, like now I gotta listen to them. Like I gotta take Leo's lead because if I don't, they're gonna be out the door because I feel like now you guys are starting to shut down and you're starting to see like, okay, I can do it on my own. You know what I mean? Like two can play that game, I can do it on my own too. So I feel like even though you don't want to necessarily go out on your own, you don't necessarily want to just be open to living without them, you'll show it to them though that you can. I feel like that's a big thing for you guys. Like I don't want to, but I can if I have to. Okay, why is a death card? Oh, that fell, so I'm not gonna take it. Why is a death card here? Okay, we have Cancer. Yeah. Because I feel like they know, like, all right, like if I have to step it up, I have to step it up. But that means like there has to be everything has to change. The whole living situation has to change. I have to step it up. I have to move away from certain things. I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision. It's either I step it up and actually like prove it to them that I'm here for them, that I'm worthy enough to stay with them. Because I feel like they just don't feel like they're worthy enough for you, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I just feel like just a transition in general is scary for them because I feel like they've been so comfortable for so long they don't want to see like what would happen if like they just weren't able to handle it. For some of them, like they haven't really moved out with anybody ever. For some of them, this would be their first time moving out. So I just get an emphasis on moving, or maybe like actually being in a committed relationship. Okay, for others of you, this could also be being long distance, but I feel like they're just not willing to. They're not willing to leave this connection behind just that easy. They're not. Why is the three of wands in reverse? Oh my gosh. It fell on the ground. It flew. I'm not going to take that, but okay. Let's see why the three of wands is in reverse. Okay, three of cups. So maybe they thought also too, like maybe okay, they try to maybe give a third party or outside loving a chance. Maybe some of them stepped out. Maybe it was just all for lust. Like they fed into the temptation. Like I mentioned before, like they ate the forbidden fruit that they weren't supposed to touch, right? And now they're like, damn, look what I did. Look what I did. I risked like a good relationship with someone that I actually do love for the sake of just regular playtime, regular pleasure, and it wasn't even hidden on anything. I feel like for some of them, it's like so regretful. Like they're just like, it was going nowhere. I did all this for a situation to go nowhere. And now Leo might be gone for good. And I've decided to play games. Okay. With the two of pentacles, they could have been juggling you with somebody else, or they just like were juggling like outside. Maybe some of them too, like maybe this doesn't even have to do with like a third party like that per se, but this could have to do with like maybe they chose their friends over you. Maybe they chose like going out, hanging out, drinking with the guys and all that stuff, or drinking with the girls, or whatever the case may be, instead of actually taking you serious in this connection serious. So now, as you're like making your transition to leaving, right, and they feel that, they see that, now they want to come back. Now they want to see if they can reconcile, they can fix this, because now they see you're out the door. Now they see that you're actually embracing being on your own and you're loving in life again. You're like I said, you're glowing again. They see that. They can't handle it. But at the same time, it's like they have to make a choice. Either they're going to step up, do right, right, prove right to you, right? They're either going to do that, because I feel like you still feel like they're not doing anything to show you why you should even care, why you should even continue to hold a place out for them in your heart. So they would have to make that decision. Okay. And I feel like they want to, but at the same time, it's like They have to release the third parties. They have to release the outside opinion. They have to release all that excess baggage that's like causing you guys to be at a distance because it's just not working. It's not. It's only hindering this connection from growing. Why is the death card here? Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I just feel like when it comes to actually like growing up or just accepting like the changes, they're just lazy right now. They're really lazy. This could also have to do with work. Like maybe they're feeling like, damn, like, can I even work on this for real? Or am I responsible enough? Or do I have enough motivations to make enough money to be able to, survive or provide? Like it's either one of those. But it's also about someone just experiencing burnout too. I just feel like someone keeps going out and they're not like I said, they're not really like taking their work seriously. Or they're not taking you serious. They're not taking life serious. They could be feeling lost at this time trying to figure it out, but at the same time, they're not really allowing themselves to have the chance to figure it out. So that's why I feel like you guys are just kind of like, I have no choice but to do my own thing right now, even though if I don't want to, because I just don't really feel like this is working out. I feel like you just don't feel safe enough to move forward with this person either, at least for the time being. Why is the Three of Cups here? Okay. We have the King of Wands, and then we have the Six of Cups. And then we have the Ten of Swords on the bottom. So I feel like what it is that they're just regretful of the things that they could have changed in the past. I feel like this person kind of let their arrogance get in the way of, what they really want, or get in the way of who you really were to them. Like they let that get in the way. They let it get tainted. For some of you guys, this could also have to do with them. I feel like they want to come forward and apologize and be apologetic. They want to reconcile. They want to fix this, right? With the Three of Wands in reverse, like I said, they want to come out of this and possibly like regain a friendship out of you again. But again, like it has to take them actually making this move, because you're not going to do that. I feel like you guys are just like, okay, if you really want me, you're going to have to step it up and show me, because I did enough. No, I feel like you guys are just like, no, like I have done everything I could to show you that I'm here for you. And it's not fair for me to continue to try to make things work and try to reach out if you're not going to do your part, right? So the imbalance is here. Justice card in reverse. So it's just like, you need to make things right to me. I feel like you guys are just like, no, you need to make it right to me, because I put my heart in the line, and now look, I had to pour my cup out for what, And now they're seeing you blossom. Now they're seeing you doing your own thing, even though it's not really what you want to do at this time. Even though for some of you, you're just trying to put your best foot forward, even though you may not be in the best space to even do this, right? But yet it doesn't look like that on the outside. And this person is just like, whoa, like they could actually really be gone. You know what I mean? And now they're shook. So let's go ahead and see. I'm going to pull from Mystic Bees official, unofficial messages. You can find this on Etsy. I know you guys ask like what kind of decks I use a lot, but yeah, that's one of them. But let's go ahead and see what this person wants to say to you, or how they feel towards you, okay? Okay, I did tell you guys what signs popped up. Sometimes I forget. I'm sorry. So we have my pride and ego got the best of me, right? That explains the King of Wands. Like they let that ego get in the way, right? They let that ego get in the way. They just wanted to be right all the time. You know what I mean? But like I guess it didn't work. It didn't work out because they were talking in circles, and you caught them. You caught them on that. You know what I'm saying? In the act. Okay? We have, your rejection would destroy me. Like I said, now they're thinking about how life would look like with you actually gone. Okay. For some of you, maybe you haven't left yet, but they're starting to feel the cold shoulder. They're starting to feel like you actually moving forward. And now for others of you, I feel like you have already made that decision to walk away, and now they're feeling the blows of you actually living your life without them. Now they're seeing you live your life. Now they're seeing you blossom. Now they're seeing you glow. And now they're upset because now you're not giving them the time of day. Now you're not on them like that, how you were before. Now you don't care to check in on them. You don't care to make sure that they're okay. Okay? And now they have to deal with that. Now they've been lost without you. Okay? That's their fault, right? We have staying away from you is hardest thing I've ever done. They put themselves in that predicament. Now they see how it feels like to not have you around, and now it's killing them. Now it's killing them. They can't handle it. Okay? They thought they could do it on their own. They thought that life without you would be great and peachy key and all that stuff. Like I mentioned, third party. It was never greener on the other side. It was never greener on the other side. Let me just pull one more. I know I didn't pull, but something's telling me like, let me just pull one more for you guys. Spiritual growth. They know they need to undergo some spiritual growth. They know that they need to get it together like this. Like which is why the death card came out, because I feel like a lot of them are going through the in between of whether to stay in their old life or move forward, right? It's like that dark night. Like, do you continue being this type of person? Do you continue living your life the same way? Do you continue moving how you've been moving and, risk potentially like the person of your dreams to really be gone? Like, do you really want Leo to be gone for good? And I feel like they're not in realization that you're actually out the door. You know what I mean? And for some of them, it's like they can't figure out what they need to do to fix it. But they know like they have to change for you to either stay or to come back. They know that. So whether you want to take them up on the offer or whether you want to consider it, that's completely up to you. But like I said, Spirit saying don't dismiss everything you endured with this person, right? Because if it's not balanced, you can't make it be balanced if they're not trying to put their effort in either, okay? And this counts, I feel like this also just counts for like people in general, not just love. I feel like for colleagues or friends, this also has to do with them kind of like, are you willing to choose somebody else over me? And I've been down for you for so long because, I'm loyal. You know what I mean? And they know that you're loyal. They know that your loyalty is unmatched. So for them to risk that, now it's kind of like, are you sure you want to like live this life without me? Are you sure about that? I feel like some of you guys could be on your last leg where it's just like, you got one more. You got one more chance out of me. And after that, it's F you for life. Okay. Now let's see the blockages between you and this person at this time. Let's see the blockages between you and this person at this time. Queen of Wands, I feel like they're your boss status, okay? They're not ready to handle that. I feel like you want them to be on that same level, but at the same time, I feel like also you also can't control when someone grows up. You can't control when somebody changes. You can't control when things elevate. That's something that you just cannot fixate at this time. I feel like Spirit's saying like why the Sun card came out. This is your time to live in the moment and live in the present and focus on you and what you need to do. Because what this person has going on has nothing to do with you. How this person needs to grow has nothing to do with your growth. Okay. Okay. And then we have this. I feel like Spirit really wants you to put your foot down. If they're not coming right, if they're not, doing what they need to do, if they're not pulling their weight, you need to enforce your boundaries, no matter how hard it hurts, right? Even if it might be your favorite person, you need to enforce your boundaries. Now, if they don't understand, then that was a connection that was meant to break away. Okay, with the Hierophant card here, I feel like right now Spirit's saying like we're dismissing certain people out of your life for a reason. Now, if they come back and do better, then that's how you know they were meant to stay. Now, if they, you know what I mean, if they stay away and they're still in the same type of time, you got saved. Okay, and I feel like that's a big thing here. So I feel like it's important. It's important that you understand your power, and it's important that you also understand your boundaries. Now, use discernment. A big thing here is using discernment, knowing when to let your guard down just a little bit, right? So if you actually see some results, then that's when you can kind of inch down your guard a little bit. But if they're not showing you results just yet, don't even sweat it, because you need to see proof that they're worth saving. Okay, you need to, you know what I mean, or at least like saving your archives. You know what I mean? Because I feel like some of you guys don't have time to be wasting like that, and you shouldn't. Okay. But like I said, just know that things are working in your favor, okay, with this Wheel of Fortune here. But what you do with this time is up to you. Don't waste it. That's why I feel like Spirit is saying, like, while this person figures whatever they need to figure that out, you keep living your life, okay? Like, don't hold yourself contempt just because somebody can't get it right. That's their business, okay? Like, that's their business. Like, I keep hearing that. That's their business, okay? We have the Six of Swords for what's coming next. We have the Hierophant card. We have the Three of Swords. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So we have Taurus coming out. So you guys could be dealing with the Taurus placement. But I really feel like, you know what? This space is actually going to be worth it. It's actually going to be helpful, right? Because I feel like even though it may not feel good, even though it may not feel like the best thing to do. It is actually the best thing to do because you guys need to know, you both need to know what it feels like to be gone away from each other. Because I feel like it kind of has been a mutual thing with the both of you when it comes to a certain arguing. Maybe you both have been a little petty towards each other. Maybe you both kind of like feel the feud. Sorry, feel the feud. Feed the fuel. I'm sorry about that. Feed the fuel, right, with each other. So maybe that's why Spirit's like, okay, you both need to be on timeout because you both aren't getting it. Okay, you both understanding what's going on here. You both keep trying to, figure out what to do, but you're both clashing, and it's like, all right, separate. I feel like Spirit's like, you in your corner, you in that corner, okay? Because you guys just can't. Or maybe you know what it is that maybe it's just been too sexual for some time, but now that the reality is setting in, you guys are seeing like, hold on, like, do I actually even like this person? You know what I mean? Is it really that, or is it real love? Is it real passion? Is it real? Are they really my person? So that's why I feel like Spirit is saying like this separation is actually a blessing in disguise. Because it's gonna help you see the both of you. It's gonna help the both of you see, is this really love or was this just sex? Okay, was it just supposed to be a fling, or are we actually supposed to really make it work? Now, for some of you, this could hurt because you might see the truth of the situation. You might really see like, okay, this is not for me. Now, for others of you, I feel like you're gonna see like, you know what, me and this person can actually work it out. You know what I mean? I feel like this could be one of those things where even though it hurts, even though the truth wasn't pretty, I feel like it's gonna help you guys see how strong the connection really was. And maybe it wasn't that strong. Maybe you're starting to see like, wait, maybe we didn't actually know each other that well. Maybe we actually need to re-meet and reconnect with each other again and get to know each other as friends. Okay, before we even try to keep continuing to figure out what to do in this connection. So I really feel like this is like a blessing in disguise, like I keep saying. So really, again, it's up to you guys on what to do with it. But I feel like if you guys really take this and utilize it well, it could actually grow into something more. But like I said, it's going to take you guys really being in separation. Okay, it's going to take you guys having to either break apart, or it's like one of those things where it's like, if you love something, let it go and then come back. Now you know. And I know some people are just like, no, they should get it right the first time. Well, we're human sometimes. We're not gonna get it right the first time. Hell, sometimes we're not gonna get it right the third time, but that fourth time might be it. But you don't. But whether you want to stay around for that, again, that's completely up to you. But that's why Spirit is saying you need to use discernment on when to drop your guard and when to keep it up and when to kind of give somebody some breathing room to kind of show you. But that's up to you to figure it out. Okay, you have to listen to yourself. Okay, and I just feel like this is going to be a temporary separation for a lot of you. Maybe you guys are also kind of going to try to compromise on your personal views, on your fulfillments, on what you need, just your personal pleasures as well. Because I feel like this may have to do with sexual compatibility as well. But I feel like some of you guys are just going to have to really converse about, what does your love language look like? What do you need to feel fulfilled? But also learning how to work with the other person on theirs too, right? So this is about really give and take. So it's really up to you guys on how you want to handle it, how you want to play it. It's either cut them out or give them a shot and see where it goes from there. Because I feel like it does have the opportunity to grow, but you guys need to put your heads together and be fair with one another. Okay, it's not more so what I want matters more than the other. It has to be you both coming together and being fair with one another. Okay, reciprocity. Okay, so that's what I have for your message, guys. Thank you guys so much and have a good day.